Changan in the Philippines has made a name for itself with value-oriented 5-seater SUVs like the CS35 Plus and the CS55 Plus. But now, they have this.
The Changan X7 Plus, the brand's first ever 7-seater SUV and the official entry into the large SUV category.
The first thing that strikes you with the X7 Plus is its proportion. Compared to other big SUVs out there, this one doesn't look intimidating. It's actually stylish and elegant.
Yeah, speaking of elegance, Yuli, you can see that first of all in the curvature of the car. So I think that's one of the reasons why it doesn't seem so huge, which is great because it's not intimidating to most people. You can also see they put a lot of thought into the design. Here you can see up front, it's a jewel-like grille pattern. There's also a multi-tier headlight system, LED already. And you'll notice that there's a red accent up front that breaks the monotony that actually goes all the way down to the sides.
Yes, I totally agree. The red accent would make it different from other mid-size or even large SUVs in its category, and that's complemented by the nice 19-inch turbine-style alloy wheels. The wheels itself is actually one of the biggest that you will see in this category, and with that, it gives a better planted stance. And most people don't talk about this, but what I like about the X7 Plus is the glass. The glass goes from the front all the way to the rear of the car, and at the back itself you find this infinity taillight design, which gives off this unique lighting signature, especially at night.
Not only that, that continuous glass design, glass panel design, it offers you great visibility only because you see that there's very generous proportions for both the driver and the passenger side. And likewise, it doesn't narrow down too much toward the rear panel, so you get visibility all the way to the back. So Yuli, tell us what you've got here.
Well, you know, being a 7-seater SUV, it's important for the X7 Plus to have all the ample power and torque, not just to overcome its weight, but to be able to give the performance that a lot of families look out for. In that regard, you get a 1.5-liter turbocharged Blue Core engine. In this, guys, it has 185 horsepower and 300 Newton-meters of torque. More importantly, that is mated to a 7-speed wet-type dual-clutch transmission, which is able to efficiently transfer all that power to the road. Stepping inside the X7 Plus is stepping inside the world of luxury and premiumness. The first thing that grabs your attention is how everything is so meticulously put together. The fit and finish is absolutely perfect, whether you're touching the doors, the dashboard, the seats, and what have you. Now, in terms of materials, this creates a perfect mix of elegance and sportiness. This nice suede-like material goes all the way from the doors, the center panel, and even the seats. The brushed metallic trim here in the center, a wood grain finish towards the passenger side, and for a lot of you out there who would like this, a panoramic sunroof as well. Jen, what do you think about the second row?
Being a large SUV, the Changan X7 Plus has 3 full rows. We'll take you to the third row later on, but as you can see, I'm seated in the second row, and you'll notice that they did not skimp on the generous legroom. I can sit back and relax for a long journey. All of the seats are ergonomically padded, and it's very comfortable. On top of that, the seat that I am sitting on can actually be adjusted to give allowances for people who will be entering the third row. So let's put the third row to the ultimate test. Since I'm very petite, it will be very easy for me to get in and out of it, but why don't we get Yuli to do it for us for the purposes of this video, just to show you how much space is allocated for the third row.
Okay, so I'll be the guinea pig right here with the X7 Plus. Now, getting into the third row, you activate it by using this lever right here by the headrest. And there's a spring mechanism to be able to do that in a one-touch action. Getting in requires a climb up, but once you do, The space here at the back is actually pretty good for my height, which is about 170 cm. You also get things like cup holders on both sides and even a small utility tray. So it will make it perfect for families and maybe your yayas and even grandparents as well. Now that we have seen the X7 Plus's first, second, and third row, how does the cargo room look like?
Well, Yuli, the X7 Plus was designed for large families or large groups of people to move them from one point to another. So it's also designed for long journeys, so you can be sure that the cargo hold can actually store a lot more than you expect. Right now, with all the seats up, this can probably store about an overnight's worth of bags or luggage. But with the cargo hold flat, you can see that it can store a whole lot more. Perhaps like 2 medium-sized luggages or 1 medium-sized luggage and a carry-on.
But Jen, what about if I need even more luggage? Can the second row fold flat?
The second row can actually fold flat, Yuli. So if you're like a golf aficionado or you like carrying larger equipment like tables, or you're attending a show, you're putting up some sort of a fanfare, a party, then if you fold it down flat, you can store a lot more equipment and bring them from one point to another.
With a name that means lasting safety, the Changan X7 Plus definitely lives up to its name. Aside from the usuals like your 6 SRS airbags, ABS with EBD, and stability control, the Changan X7 Plus would get you things like tire pressure sensors and, for its price point, autonomous emergency front braking, and even a smart cruise control system. But what I like best here is that the 360-degree camera also acts as a digital video recorder. So it's a 360-degree dash cam that protects and monitors the view all around the vehicle for added protection in our chaotic roads.
With a new distributor in town, Changan is turning over a new leaf, and the introduction of the X7 Plus is the perfect way to kick off its new chapter.
You can check it out for yourself at any authorized Changan dealership nationwide.